Hey guys, it's Seda here, Gourmet Next Door. So tonight I'm going to be sharing a super healthy but delicious recipe. So I'm going to be making Asian sea bass with buttery leeks. Hence the Japanese music and this beautiful gorgeous flower. This is what I picked this morning. They were actually all over the ground. It's the season, the weather's getting hot, so I think they're just gorgeous. So it's gonna be my accessory for tonight. So let's walk through the ingredients with the squeaky toy in the background. Hey, this is as real as it gets, people. So for tonight's recipe, we're gonna be using a nice sea bass fillet with the skin on, no bones. So because it's Asian sea bass, we got some delicious Asian flavors. So here I have sesame oil, some dark miso paste. I'm gonna use some white rice vinegar. I got some sambal, of course, without garlic. Now for the Asian flavors, we have some ginger, fresh ginger. I'm gonna use a bit of lime and 1 garlic clove. So this is what we need, of course, plus sea salt and pepper for the sea bass. Now for the leeks, it's super simple. I got 2 leeks here. I got some butter and some thyme. That's it. So with that, let's get sea bassing. Oh guys, by the way, I changed my camera angle. Have you noticed? Yes. So I moved the ugly water bottle to another location and now you can see my counter, you can see the stove, I got some pretty flowers. By the way, I got my oven heating at 200 degrees because I'm making sea bass and it's standard sea bass, 10 minutes, preheated oven, 200 degrees. Halas. So before I do anything with the fish, I want to make sure that I clean my leeks properly. So the way that we're gonna do it is I'm gonna cut the ends first. So leeks are essentially type of onion. And it's super difficult to clean the dirt that gets inside of them. So I'm gonna show you a trick, it's gonna be super simple. So first, I'm gonna cut this leek into like 3 pieces like this. And now you wanna go with your knife in the middle. And now I'm gonna open it up. You see, this way, I'm gonna basically put it in a bowl of water and it's gonna be so much easier to clean. And you can get inside those nooks and crannies and make sure that you get all that dirt out. So first I'm gonna wash this and then I will leave it in the water for a little bit to just hang out. What I wanted to show you is with my fillet. So I washed my sea bass fillet and now I'm drying it. Make sure when you're cooking fish, pat it dry because this way it's gonna soak up all those flavors, but if you leave it wet, it will not. So it's just a little trick from me to you. Okay guys, so let's prepare the little marinade or the sauce I'm gonna put over the sea bass. This is what makes it Asian sea bass. So first we're gonna wank the garlic clove. Boom, boom. I told you it's a great stress reliever, huh, this thing. So we will be doing that first. And then I'm gonna dice this garlic. So it's little pieces of garlic. Asian flavors, garlic, ginger, right? You got some sort of lemon, lime, some sort of acid. You got miso paste. So what is miso paste? Miso paste is a fermented soy paste. It's salty and I find it super delicious, especially with fish. I think it's a great combination. So I have my garlic. Now I'm gonna put a little bit ginger. Now ginger is pretty potent, so remember, I'm not gonna use a lot of it because I don't want the dish to be all about the ginger. I want all these flavors to go together and mingle well. Now same thing with the ginger. I'm just gonna chop it into fine little pieces. You know, sea bass is my absolute favorite fish in the world. It's so mild in flavor, so it takes on any flavor you put on this fish, and it cooks super fast and it's tasty. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit sesame oil. Not a lot, remember. Now this is the dark aged miso. I brought it from I don't know where, some country in the world, as I was traveling. It's so fermented, it's delicious. It's kind of like gochujang, Korean version. But this is a miso paste, and I think it goes super great with any kind of flavor, but I'm gonna use it with fish tonight. Now I'm using a little bit, because remember I told you it's pretty potent. A little bit white rice vinegar, it's gonna break that salt. So we need a bit of acid. Now a little sambal. So sambal is this chili paste. Now this stuff is spicy. There's a garlic version, but I prefer the one without because I like to add my own garlic. Just a drop, that's it. If you go too much, it's gonna be too much. And then remember the lime? Let's add a little bit lime. Okay, now let's give this a nice stir. So it's gonna be like a paste, almost. And it's gonna cover the fish, and the fish is gonna steam with this stuff. So it's ready, the marinade is ready. Guys, I just wanna show you my leeks. So I cleaned them. So guys, now let's build this fish. So, got my parchment paper. I'm gonna take my fish, my gorgeous sea bass. Look at this gorgeous piece of fish. So, put it skin side down. Now, I'm gonna take that awesome marinade, and if you can see it, I'm just gonna put it all over the fish. It's like an Asian bath. All those flavors are gonna infuse my fish. Now you don't want too much of this because then it's gonna be like soupy. Do you see the consistency? This is what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna add a tad of salt, just a little bit. So remember the folding technique of the fish. We want to close this baby, but don't tuck it in too tight. And then you go to the corner, you grab the corner and you twist it. So I'm closing the fish, but I'm gonna let some air in there so it can steam. But the steam will not come out of the package. This is the key. And that's my little Asian sea bass package. If you wanna order it to your door, just do Amazon Gourmet Next Door. Hey, who knows? Someday that could be a possibility. It's nice to dream, people. Nice to dream. So I'm waiting for the oven to heat up. I'm gonna be putting a bit of butter in my favorite pan here, of course. I'm putting a good amount of butter, like a tablespoon, okay? And I wanna get ahead a little bit in chopping my leeks, and then I will turn the stove on so we can heat the butter, and then into the heated butter, I'm gonna add the leeks and some thyme, salt and pepper, that's it. It's gonna be super simple, super modern. It's a great way to eat up these beautiful vegetables. So, with that, let's get chopping. Now, we don't want the leeks too thin or too thick. So, also improving my knife skills, huh? Yeah, I'm not the best in this, but hey, I get the job done. And people, you can always improve. So, I'm gonna turn the heat on to a medium-high heat. Hey, I'm better than I think. I've never been to Japan, but I'm so tempted to go. It's one of my top destinations on the list. After COVID, people, we're gonna be on airplanes. You know how much I love to travel, and honestly, it's been tough not to travel. But at the same time, as I always say, it's better to be safe than sorry. We can always travel. Guys, today one thing I was thinking is we should all have dreams. We should all have ambitions, right? It doesn't matter what they are. It's just great to have a goal and a purpose in life. And I think the Japanese talk about this. It's called ikigai. I read a book about it, and the Japanese wake up every morning with a purpose. How amazing is that? Maybe that's why they live so long and they're just happy people. So maybe we could learn a few things. I sincerely believe having a goal and a purpose in life keeps us young. I think that's the key to anti-aging, not all these creams and things. It should come from within. We should all have a purpose. Every morning we wake up, we should be grateful, number one, and number two, we should have a new purpose. So my butter is sizzling. I turn the heat to medium. So into the butter, the leeks go in. Hear the sizzle. ASAP, we want to put some salt and a little bit pepper. And thyme is one of those herbs, it goes with anything. Actually, my dad grows it in our farm. Guys, I haven't really told you much about the farm that we have back home, but it will be an agriturismo. So my parents already live there. And essentially what we're gonna do is we will host guests there. So we have some guest rooms and basically we're gonna cook for our guests. We're gonna introduce them to our food, our cuisine. We're gonna have a swimming pool. We have animals. It's a great place also for children because they can kind of be together with the nature. And my family's growing things. So we're growing tomatoes, cucumbers. We've had lots of pumpkins, kind of like a butternut squash, cherry tomatoes, olives, walnuts, lots of amazing things. So imagine you wake up and you're gonna be eating stuff that grew on that farm. I mean, it can't be more fresh than that. And then you can hang out by the pool. There's a lot of other things that you can do around. So yeah, I can't wait actually to be a part of that journey because that's my future. I really want to take part in that from a food angle. Okay, so let's give these guys a gentle stir. So immediately you can see the leeks getting softer. I just want to show you. Look at that gorgeous color. So it's time for the fish to go in. So set the timer for exactly 10 minutes. Guys, I want to give my leeks a try because they become soft. So I don't want them to be like baby food. It's perfect. So the leeks have cooked. So I'm going to remove them and put them in my little bowl here. So, since we're making Asian sea bass, I'm using my Asian plate. How convenient! I overindulged on Sunday. Yesterday, I scaled back my calories and my carbs, and today I'm doing exactly the same. And that's how you stay on track, and that's how you enjoy all the foods you can enjoy without feeling guilty. And the fish is done. Guys, can you hear it? It's sizzling. I don't know what's going on in there, but we're gonna see it shortly. So I don't want to burn my hands. So we need to do this carefully. So I'm gonna try to open. Ah! Wow, it's gorgeous. Now, you know I like to dress up my food, so I'm gonna put some black sesame seeds. Oh, that just makes it so much more gorgeous. And there you have it. Lovely, beautiful, delicious dinner. So here is my Asian sea bass served with buttery leeks. Bon appetit. It's time to try the food. So, the fish is perfectly flaky. And I want to get some of those leeks as well. You know, every time is a risk. I don't want to burn my mouth, but I don't want to wait either. So, let's go in. That fish is cooked perfectly. It's bursting with flavor. Leeks are nice and soft. Go ahead and give the food a try. Thanks for watching. Stay home, stay safe, and catch you next time.